Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Abiotic Factor. We're going to be back to the hydro plant now that we've done most of the other, facility recap tours of, like, the other main areas. We've gone through the office sector, manufacturing west, Cascade Labs, and the security sector, and we are now here at the hydro plant, which, again, I felt was, like, the worst of the areas to, like, have to contend with. I'm just going to actually see about moving these up in order to take the jetpack off so I can get a charge back on that as well as that. And I'm guessing... Okay, so we actually lost a third of everything we could kind of do there. So we'll swap those around quickly. Once that's charged, slap this on just to restore our jump pack. I'm going to try to take us through the hydro plant in the same, route that I think you're supposed to go through to clear it, although I'm still not the most sure of how you are meant to clear out the hydro plant, because it is kind of confusing. Yeah, we got our little pest in a trap there that we'll just leave for a while. I don't know if, like, after so many nachos you feed them, it tames or something, but I'm going to make a quick stop into, the lab sector again, just in order to change over some of the, metal, or the silver scrap I've got into the refined carbon. As that I can use to make up more ammo for our mag bow here. And there is also, from what we found in the security sector as a later addition, something like a lodestone the Order's trying to get? I'm not super sure. I don't know if there's some way you could almost have it like the Order enemies will, like, go neutral to you so they won't shoot you on sight, but I highly doubt that's actually a thing that'll be possible. It might just be it'll lead you to, like, some new material to make up some new items up. Alright, I just gotta try to remember where we went to find that trade site beforehand. I think it was through here.
Stay away.
Okay, good, you are leaving me alone. I was going to say, like, you say stay away, but then you're running right for me. Like, which is it? We'll pick up more rebar, because we need that. That is just pipes and the pressure gauge, we don't need. We're looking for possible rotary pumps just to make, like, the decontamination shower. Not that one. Oh! Well, take care of you. I didn't even realize you were in there. Right, so it's not...
Preserve the world from you.
Nope. And I think I got one behind... Oh, no, maybe not behind me. Yeah, you guys actually are a little tougher than I thought you'd be. And yeah, there is this, eventually, I think I could do something with, like, direct laser into there, maybe? But for now, I think we'll just try to mind our steps around there. And again, try to figure out where there might be that one trading site for, like, the silver scrap to the carbon. It's somewhere in all this mess, I just don't exactly know where. Okay, you're taken care of. I don't think it's in here. And we'll work our way up this way. Oh, is that it right? Hey, that's it right here. Yeah, so if I do this... I think that should give me, hopefully, 4 of those in return. Yeah, perfect. Okay. That is everything I want to do in here for now. Oh. Does sound like we got a few things fighting each other. Yeah, see, I don't know if that thing is, like, to the lodestone they're talking about, or it's somewhere else in the lab area. You missed and ruined yourself. Oh, you know what? We'll take that spool of cable, though. And yeah, instead of getting too lost with all this, I think we'll just head back for... head back to base, drop this stuff off so we have it. Maybe make up a little bit more ammunition so we have for our mag bow, and then we'll head into the hydro plant and go with what that has in store for itself. Oh, our little box buddy. Did we leave anything in you? No, we didn't. Okay, well, it's still nice to see him. Alright, we could give him a name if we actually wanted to. If you guys have any suggestions for a name in the comments, let me know and we'll see about giving him a name. I don't know if we want to call him Box Buddy, Cargo, whatever name we'll think of. But yeah, we'll drop what we've picked up so far back into... back in here. And then we'll take the tram back out to the hydro plant since we used that to come back in, and I'll talk through what I thought was the process, or like what directions you're supposed to go through in order to get everything like that in order. So let me just quickly swap these out to give these some time to operate and do what they will. Because I think it does take a while for... Yeah, there's that fully charged, so that's fine there. Those will slap back on there. Oh, hey, little buddy. Right, so I wanted to make up a little bit more ammo for ourselves for the mag bow. So we'll just make a couple more, so that'll give us another half dozen bullets to use. I don't think I have anything else really weapon-wise I can make right now. Anything else we'll probably get from going forward. Okay, that does 35, and that... Yeah, see, like, the quill rifle is interesting, but I think the problem is it's so weak comparatively to other stuff you have. So I don't think I really use it all that much. And there's the throwing quill if we wanted, but I don't think there's too much to worry about here. We've got the lightning spear we're using. There is the impact hammer, but that does take a full air compressor to be made up with. And armor-wise, I think we basically got the strongest I can make right now. There is the Cascade Hoberk stuff that has 18, but I think... Yeah, 24 from the Mountaineer stuff that we got from the Portal World in the next spot. I wonder if I should give it a little longer, just take it now. Yeah, I think we'll take it now. I think that's been enough time farting around a little bit, so we'll see how it's doing for, like, its full charge. I didn't actually get too much more than I thought it would have. Oh well. We at least got something going there. There's nothing else to do here. But yeah, I've got to figure out what keeps giving me radiation sickness. Something gives it off, but I don't see anything in our inventory that actually says it is. But we'll head on up now for the tram, which I think we actually could get to pretty easily going back up the stairs this way. One of the things that is really good that I always have to hand to Abiotic Factor is they did a great job making a lot of its stuff, like, connect back so easily and readily. Okay, no, I don't think it was in through here. I'm trying to remember where it was that we got back here so easily. It's like there is a specific route that takes us right back here with, like, very little time behind it. I don't know if it is actually back up to like the data farm area here or was somewhere else. I don't think I have to crouch under that, but I still am like always paranoid about it. Yeah, because like it says there's a tram station back this way, and I thought it was from a tram back here that we were often taking it back and forth. No, not over here. Where the heck am I trying to go? As much as I say, like, the map is nicely interconnected, I'm now having issue just trying to get back to an area we've already been at. No, Okay, it says there is a tram in here, but is it like a floor below? Yeah, like tram to defense sector.
This sector will be powered down momentarily. If you have not already evacuated the facility, consider this your top priority. Have a wonderful and productive evening.
Okay. Okay, yeah, there's this tram here that I've tried calling before and couldn't get anywhere. And then this does take us back to Hydro Plant and, like, the actual way you'll get to it, like, last episode. So now I want to see, where am I mistaking the tram actually takes us back and forth from? Let's get our way down, then loop around up through there. And see from that. How am I doing for skills? We did just unlock Strength 15, which is good. We are trying to get towards actually 13, actually 15. Yeah, it seems like once you get up to like level 10 for stuff, a lot of things go much slower for like progression-wise. Okay, but we'll let this load. And then just do a quick back and forth to try to remember... Oh! And the respawn points being, like, these are pretty nice. Because, yeah, as we saw from just coming into this area, you are not really promoted or, like... Exploration becomes much more difficult. Broken, feel free to use the spare parts by Zed. Or Z. All depends on where you're from. So yeah, as you saw, we'll have the sniper probably. Yeah, there he is. Or there they are. And they can still probably... Yeah, they can still try shooting at us even in the dark. So again, I just want to call this in, take a ride on it, see where it takes us back from. I'm actually thinking... This is one of the spots actually right by the fountain, isn't it? I'm probably much, like, overcomplicating where I actually think it takes us back to. But now that I think about it, I think this takes us by that fountain that's like the hub zone for a lot of the trams. Now if that's the case, then, yeah, I took the stupidly long way around that we didn't need to at all. Yes, back to the office sector. That is the way to the security sector that we went through and talked about before. Yeah, so I have to remember, it is the tram on the left of, like, once we get back to the fountain area. Okay, so at least I'll remember that going forward. I think it's because it has been so long, I'm mistaking, like, where certain things have been in the past. But we'll get back out the hydro plant and talk about, like, where I think the intended route was for it. As it can be confusing trying to sort out, like, where all you're meant to go and see. Like, I think the way forward was you go by the sniper and there is a door back here. Yeah, getting shot at. This door is open that you can get into, and that'll protect you from, like, sniper fire. And then you can use, through this area here, to more safely get further into the area. Although this looks like it's also taking us back a ways, too. Can't remember if this actually is going forward in regards, or this is like opening up a back way. It's like we got... Where? Okay, is this... Oh, this is literally just like... This is if we had went down the ramp rather than went to the tram station. So yeah, there are a couple ways to find in this access area. And then from here... Right, that's if we want to go up to the tram station, but we want to go deeper into the hydro plant. So we want to go this way. Yeah, little bugger. Where are you? Okay, that's him taken care of. Yeah, we got a vent right there, but if we open this up... We're now down, kind of Actually, the tram station, I think, is just right over there, so... It doesn't get you too far, but it does get you to a spot where, like, you're in cover away from being able to be shot by the snipers. But then once you're here, you basically, I think, only have one way to go. Or maybe two. Because, yeah, this, I think you have to open from the other side first. And this one might be... This one might be open, but it also might have to be open from the other side, too. Or maybe not. This one might just actually always be open because there goes nowhere. Right, so then with having, like, gone to here, now, from what I recall, it's the slope up. That is actually sealed off. Yeah, we don't need the light anymore, which is good. And we have to go into this little building here, which will have enemies to fight.
I can feel my blood sugar falling.
Now, is he the only one in here? I'm kind of surprised that he was the only one in here, but there should be much more to contend with. But yeah, you get in here, you have to kind of fight your way through this. There are probably more enemy... Yeah, here's one of the snipers. I think this is actually the one that causes the most problems for you going forward. Like, he's the one initially watching you and taking the pot shots just as you enter this area. So you can kind of come up behind him, take care of him. And that'll open things up to be free for a little while, but not too long. And I think this is actually... Like, you need clearance class 5, so you can't open this up on the initial come-through here. I'm just going to lay down, get a little bit of sleep since we are kind of tired, and then we'll keep going. But it's a case of you'll come across a lot of these sealed doors that all have, like, you have to hack them to open them. But it feels like you come across them in reverse order. Like, instead of, oh, okay, I've made it here, I'll open this door so I can go further in. It's more like you have to go way beyond it, then work backwards to open them up. Alright, with that taken care of, I think the next way forward... I'm actually not sure what the next way forward was from here. I think this is where I kind of, like, cheesed it a little bit. With having had the, Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. I think I actually exploited my way forward because I... Oh. Jeez, something big's going on there. Yeah, like, we came up there, we were here. I think I used, like, the low gravity thing to actually hop my way onto there and get further. I'm trying to think now. Okay, if we take down the sniper, I think that means you were meant to come back this way. Oh, down here. That's likely the intended path. I'm just going to take a look this way if there was anything else, but I think... Yeah, you can't open that because you need security class 5, so that's out of use. You can't go in there on initial backdrop. You can come in here, but, like, there's nothing to this, so that's not really anything. I think this is... I can't remember if that's locked or not from this side, but I think the case was from here you want to go down the stairs that are up here. Yeah, be a case of then you come down here. You can actually open this up because it's only needed class 4. There's more enemies in here, so let's just try to take care of him. I think he's the only one in this area. But yeah, there's this way you could open up. This is locked, so that you can't get in here through this way to start with. But then this is where I think, yeah, you can come back and you can open this way up, so now that's open. This, I think, once again is... I don't know, maybe this is open, because I don't see anywhere else to really go from here. This might have been open? You could go through there more. But there's this vent here. Again, I can't remember if you could have broken that and, like, gotten in through this way or not. But you go through here, you come up here, and that's where there was a pair of scientists who would kind of talk about, like, what the plans are, and it regards going through and completing a few things. You know, I'll just break that for the liquid crystal, because that's a resource we don't come across too often. But yeah, you'd come into here, you have to activate these, like, power things, so you just press the button, flicks it on. There is a little back way here, and a little bit of a map to try to help you out, but... The goal of this area was mostly trying to get out to the neutrino detector, but as you can see here, the reservoir is huge and deep, and there's one of the IS things that lurks in the water that is dangerous to you. I never actually encountered it myself because I was so paranoid and worried about, like, if we die in the water, our stuff is basically gone, and that could be a lot of good equipment lost. So I was very careful on, like, interactions with there. From here, I think it's... Yeah, then you can open from this side, so now you can go through here. Or there is this way, I think has another enemy in here. Somewhere. This can be opened up. So I think you might have had multiple ways to come to this spot, because... Like, there's a bunch of those little pillar things there, and I actually think if we go back outside... You can try hopping them, although it's very difficult to do. Okay, you're down. Yeah, there are more in here. I will take those and that, however. Oh, and some money. Alright, this is another A little crawl space. This kind of felt like the one where you were trying to get a certain place. Oh, hang on. I can break this. I wonder if this is actually where I get the... Okay, there's the motor, cogs. I think something like them are what gave me the rotor pump assembly. Like, yeah, this here I think actually will give us that. Yeah, and there's rotary pump and hydro pipes. Okay, so those are something the hydro plant gives you. Yeah, so I don't know if the idea was, like you just kind of figure out your own little path of travel through everything, or there was something like more specific that would have like clued you into where you had to go. I know I just stumbled around like an idiot trying to figure out my way until eventually finding it. I was like, there's this way we can open up, and then that has a few different ways to like go around. This, I think, was sealed off. We couldn't access before.
Is this malnourishment?
Okay, I don't have any food on me, so I'll have to mind that. But yeah, like, there's back this way, which I think this was how we actually opened up this door. To, like, get back and do more stuff. There's also back up this way, which I think... Yeah, there's enemies here. Alright, gotta reload that.
Ignis pillar. Nothing with him.
Yeah, he's down. Yeah, I can take that. Yeah, I don't think we're getting the bolt back. Oh. Right, mine the grenades. Okay, that's him taken care of, at least. There's you taken care of. Lodestone fragments. Okay, so they apparently have something more for us to do with that. I do gotta try finding some food soon. But yeah, the hydro plant to me was the hardest one to figure out because it seems to want to promote you to explore and find different routes, but because of the sniper fire and all of the enemies present, it is really difficult to actually just get through in one piece. It felt like you were constantly having to be on guard and minding your surroundings, while not giving you a great amount of access to, like, see your way around and get things done. Okay, there's that. Yeah, you guys were sadly taken down. This opens to this little spot that I don't actually think... does this go to anything back this way? Well, kind of. Okay, this is our way to get further up in this facility here. And was there something to access here? Expelunca, Conform and Loco. Yeah, the Order uses a bunch of Latin talk and speak. We'll get another rotary pump, more hydro pipe. Yeah, we've already been here. Okay, well, we'll take the rebar bolt back. Buckshot and that we'll take. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he was so oblivious to us, but it does go to show the enemies aren't the brightest bulbs out there. But yeah, this is up here, so there's not really too much more to do here. I think... I don't think you can actually see what swims in the water from, like, any vantage point. I think it stays submerged enough that you don't really know it's out there. But eventually there is some way that wraps around and goes down further into the plant. I think it was through this door? Yeah, through here, and then you have this ladder I think we've come across before, or you could go further this way. Oh, maybe I... Okay, I might have forgotten or didn't even know that way existed. Yeah, there's a way through that way. Or maybe I had to open this area up on coming back? I do hear our annoying companion once again. But I think the way... or one of the ways forward was... coming in through here. I'm just going to break this for... again, the motor and cogs to help us out. And then the lift that takes us down. Might as well be ready with this just in case. And it was actually in here you stumbled across a pair of recurring characters. Oh, and actually we have a way to get... just drinks. Any food?
Getting thirsty.
Okay, well, thirst I can tackle here. Oh, there is some nachos. Although I might save those for our little friend back home. Yeah, see, I hear the guy following us, but I don't see where he exactly is to deal with him. Yeah, this acts like a little safe zone that I don't think there are any enemies actually in this area. Oh, they're still here in the sub. Yeah, so there is Janet.
Are you ready?
I suppose it's a bit like a slip and slide, but bigger, and louder, and more likely to kill or maim or drown you.
Yeah, so these two have basically been through the facility a lot, and I think it's actually this guy's fault that we have those the tech, pests. Because, like, he cybernetically enhanced some of them. But yeah, then you have access to, like, swimming out there, which I think you could try swimming out to the neutrino tower, but I don't know, like, how persistent of an enemy... Oh, that's locked, so we can't get through there. And let me guess, this was another need access. Again, class 5, so you couldn't even open this back way up if you got here once. And then there's the spillway that I don't know if you could activate in here or you had to do more in other parts of the map first, but with how we're getting pretty hungry, I'm going to head back just to handle that and get some stuff put away too. Yeah, like, no swimming sign here.
I believe I need to...
Oh, and I can't see at all in the water.
defecate.
That's one thing, too, I forgot, is you can't see very well in the water unless you have, like, the diving suit for it. Which you do need to have a little bit of, like, swimming goggles and the diving suit due to something you use. Or you need to gather from there. Again, the hydro plant was one of the most convoluted areas I think I've seen in... Well, it's easily the most convoluted in this game, and it's one of the ones that's hardest to navigate in any survival game I've come across as well. But we'll head back to base, see about handling some of our base needs, get those out of the way, fill ourselves up with food and water, and then embark again for more. I think the turning point for the hydro plant... Yeah, it sounds like there's an aquatic subject, IS-0023, really doesn't like X-ray radiation. So that's where I think if you have the X-ray machine, you can, like, force it away from you and stay safe in the water. But there's things like hydro plant, and there's survivors, swim good, portal inside neutrino detector, and way out of here, unfortunately, entrance underwater, and I don't have gills. That would have made you having to make up the diving suit in order to get into it. Or there's a bypass using the jetpack. just gonna swap those for a moment and go feed our little trapped guest again. Okay, there's that. Well, I should also see if we can actually find any pests to hunt to get more food for ourselves, too. Well, let me just see about putting a bunch of stuff back in a way. Okay, so that's about everything there. I'll put the lodestone pieces into that for now. I also should look at just getting these set up again. There we go. That's charged up. Take you, plug you into there, leave that going for a while. Bring that and that back down. Oh, I've got food on me. I'm an idiot. Okay, well, I can still use the vending machine out here and get some more food, too. Although, might actually be running low on food we can get from here. Yeah, so that's some food for ourselves. We'll handle the washroom, and the next episode we'll be back out to the hydro plant going into the later halves of it, which I think are like the reservoir apartments. There's actually like a little condo complex way at the far end of it. But it's also one of the more dangerous areas of the game too, because there's a lot of strong enemies that inhabit it. There we go. That's in order. We'll get our sleep in while we can, too. And then embark for that. I don't actually know if you get any, like, extra benefits to sleep if you do this, or it's just a mini-game to help you pass time faster. But yeah, we'll end another episode of Abiotic Factor right here for today. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave comments right down below. Until I see you all next video episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.